Wanted to speak to you about just some of the rules around confession, the Sacrament of Reconciliation. And really it's the same rules that we're going to have for Mass and for anything else we do in the office or at the church. A mask is required. Now, Father Julian and I will wear a mask. To hear confessions, we're going to have spacing of about 6 feet. That can feel kind of far away at a confession, but that's okay. That's part of what we're doing. You're welcome to kneel behind the screen. We do clean that. But at the same time, you have your choice behind the screen, as always, or in the chair. You'll just be a little further away. But you must also wear a mask at confession. That's some of the new guidelines that we have. Both the confessor and the person confessing will need to wear a mask. Now for us, we meet in the choir room or maybe the day chapel. We're setting up the confessional in the day chapel, but right now it's the choir room, and that'll be pretty obvious when you come in for confessions. Now our confessions are Tuesday at 6 to 7, although we stay later as needed, but 6 to 7 on Tuesday, or Saturday mornings, really after daily Mass at 9:45 to 10:30. Again, we stay later if we're needed, but it's supposed to cut off at 10:30. We may have weddings or other events at 11 or other things. So again, Tuesday at 6 to 7, Saturday morning, 9:45 to 10:30 for confessions. We've been doing that constantly. We haven't shut down confessions, but just a new time for Saturday. But you will be required to wear a mask, so please do that. Again, we meet in the choir room or maybe the day chapel, but it'll be obvious to you which one that is. And again, you need to socially distance while you're waiting. We don't want a big group waiting. We try to avoid that. But if you do need to wait, make sure you spread out and are patient. That it's a little hard to tell who's next when you do that. But please be patient. Be aware that others may have arrived before you, and you may have to ask if needed. But spread out in the narthex area and socially distance while you're waiting for confessions. And again, we ask you, keep your confessions short. If you need spiritual direction, you need to talk to somebody. That's really not what confession's for anytime. But especially now, we ask you to please make a phone call. Please make an appointment in the office. Confession should be a nice, short, clear, concise confession covering all those things that you need to cover. But it's not really a time for social direction or visiting and that kind of thing. We do want to respect others' time and the fact that we want to social distance and be careful as well. So again, I thank you for paying attention to those guidelines.